All right, I'm riding, flying solo right now, so y'all kick back and talk to me. And, um, it's the invite. Um, and feel free to come up on the panel if you guys would like to talk. Hey, what's going on?
What's good, man?
Yeah, I hate you couldn't be here tonight, man, but I see you getting that workout in.
Yeah, got to, man. Got
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
man. You know,
I need to be over there with you.
man, come on, look. Hey,
Hey, L
man.
Mac,
You might, you might find your million
Gucci,
dollar winner
Gucci,
in
look
here. You
at.
know what I'm
You said what?
saying? You might find that
Gucci.
$1 million winner you've been looking for in here, man. You know what I'm
Oh man.
saying? Help her do some squats or something.
Hey, Sabrina. D. Lou, what's going on? Wendell. Eddie photographer. Million Miles. All right, it's 10:15, y'all, and I just want to thank everybody for joining the live momentarily. Uh, uh, T, if you can do me a favor,
What's up?
if you can like put your mute button on, I mean, until you get ready to like to talk, because I can hear all your background.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then I'll jump in there when
but you'll be able to. Yeah, you can hear me, but that's why I say just in and out. Yeah.
I got you.
All right, appreciate it.
But yeah, you can go ahead and start talking, and then I'll jump in when.
Okay, okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining the live. Hey, James Ferguson. But I just want to talk about the BET 2025 awards, and not necessarily talk about. I want to get y'all thought process. Hey, Clarice Smith, how you doing? I just want to get y'all thoughts on it and um, how you feel about it. I mean, this is a panel. You can say what you want. Tell me how you feel. Ain't nobody gonna be bashed. You know what I mean? Just but we're not gonna go in like that though. We're gonna, we're gonna respect one another. So, but basically, what I had seen was, uh, of course, Kevin Hart. He did his thing. Give a shout out to Kevin Hart. Um, Shout out to, like I said, to definitely, uh, shit, I can't even call his name. I almost called him Wesley Snipes. uh, ATL Carter. Uh, Jamie Foxx, I want to give a shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? He been through a lot, y'all. He been through a lot, and what I found out and what I know about the industry, it's got a whole bunch of deep crooks, deep crook turns and things like that the average mind have no idea about. And because they was average mind before they got there, so they had no idea what they would be faced with. But once you jump in, it's hard to get out. Or if you do get out or kicked out, I mean, it come with a price. I think, or should I say, I know, because I see it all the time. Um, but anyhow, it's the fact is that the whole BET Awards is kind of surrounding this this mogul of God or Jesus, or what, however you want to call it. Um, that a lot of people has followed for many years, with the music and his gift for, for Gab, Gab for Jiff, whatever you want to call it, with his mouthpiece. um I mean, he spoke truth. He spoke truth. I can't knock him for, for speaking truth, because like he said, when you don't know how you got it, I mean, it can only be God. Or can it? Can it be the devil? Oh, y'all don't want to hear that, huh? Oh, y'all don't want to hear that one. Yeah, yeah, y'all might want to get off this live channel. Y'all might want to go over there and get on sit on somebody else's channel.
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
good now.
You can trick some folks. But go ahead.
Nah,
You got the topic.
nah. I
Go
was
ahead.
just saying I'm good now. I just got to just finish my last set. So, what are you saying about tricking? You said the devil. Now, what were you saying?
Well,
I
I was
didn't
just
catch
saying,
that.
the devil give gifts also too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. I say that all the time. Like
Yeah.
all blessings ain't from God. You know, the devil will bless you too, and
Right.
that you actually think, and you actually think,
That is coming from God. Hey, what's up, Big Booker? Coco, yay. One.
so how do you how do you how do you entail that that it's not from God? Like, what are the signs, or do you just get a feeling in your gut? Because they say, especially with males, like our intuition comes from our we get a bad feeling in our gut. Women, they just have intuitions like when they say I got mama's intuition, they instinctively naturally had that intuition. Where does ours come from when dealing with something like that, when we like it sound good but this ain't from God? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Where do you
yeah,
think that comes from?
it sounds good, but listen to the message that he gave. He gave the
Yeah,
message that I ain't been doing right. I ain't been the perfect, this and that, this and this and this is that of what the people eyes and what y'all think I have been. Right? I'm telling you, I haven't been good.
yeah, he had a 20-year run where he was winning every Grammy, every
Right.
BET award. Like when you talk about gospel, like all you Kirk Franklin was the face. He was a LeBron James of gospel music. And they say when you get to that type of height in any form of entertainment, you have to either sell your soul or you have to sacrifice something of yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna go on. I mean, I'm gonna go on off the panel because I've never been a Kirk Franklin fan. Uh, I've never. I mean, as far as the music, I've never really just said, "Oh, I gotta go listen to this Kirk Franklin song." I've never been that person uh, because I was more of the old soul music. You see what I'm saying? I was never hip hop music of tap dancing to God. That was never me. So,
Yeah.
um, not saying his music wasn't genified or good for us. Hey, what's up, Prince the Barber? I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm talking about speaking for me and where I come from
Right.
my background. Uh,
Right.
like even Mama. I mean, I ain't never heard her put on no Kirk Franklin song. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Um, so is it even played in the churches? I mean, I don't know. I don't think I ever heard it even in the church.
You talking about
The
Kirk? I've
songs.
never heard Kirk Franklin's music played in a church setting. Like I've
Right,
never went to Sunday service and heard stomp. Never. I've
right.
heard it. I've only heard it like in game, like especially when like youth, like when we was young playing like youth football. They played that song at every game, like
Well,
or every.
I even heard it in the club a couple of times.
I've heard of stump. There's this club, this teenage club called Venice Beach,
You know what I'm saying?
and
So
that,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and that was like an edited. That was as close as you gonna get to it not being like real sexual. And I heard it at Venice Beach one time, in Arlington, you know what I'm saying, in the ag. So I don't, I
uh,
mean,
we talking.
oh,
Oh, hold on one second. Prince the Bob, we just talking about Kirk Franklin, the BET Awards, and everything else that's around the BET Awards right now.
yeah.
Um, he had got a gift that he felt like he didn't deserve. But you know, it's more to it. It's more to it.
Do you think that's his cry out for help? For because
Yeah, absolutely,
when
absolutely.
when you get a certain status, you like, well, selling my soul worth this. Like, yeah, I've got to travel everywhere in the world. I had this money, but am I really a man of God if I sold my soul for fame? Because, like I said, he was the LeBron James of gospel music. You couldn't go
Okay.
nowhere, but you couldn't. But like you said, you couldn't hear it in the church. Something is wrong with that. How are you the leader? That'd be like you being. That'd be like you being the head of football. That'd be like LeBron James being the head of basketball, but you don't hear his name and nothing about basketball or the core of basketball. You see what I'm saying? I,
Well, what the thing is this? I believe he's put a lot of people on. You know, as far as like in the industry, so that goes a long way as well, right?
well, yeah, I mean, he even like Glorilla got best gospel song because of him. Like at the awards this year, like he was on one of her songs, and she got best gospel song, and that's outbeating like Maverick
You said
City. That's outbeating Casting Crowns. Like these are people who like gave their life to God to worship and their career. And Glorilla, who just made it's 7 p.m. Friday, it's 95 degrees, but she went best gospel over these people that gave their life to the Lord and they craft to the Lord. That's kind of like heartbreaking, bro. Like it's almost like the thing with Beyonce, like she won best country album at the Grammys, but then you got people like Garth Brooks, you got people like that spent their whole life. I don't know, man. It's
but why would you be heartbroken when you know for a fact the BET Awards is not owned by? You see what I'm saying? It ain't like it used to be. BET ain't what
Nah,
it.
it ain't owned by black people no more. Tom Warner owns it. The Warner Brother Corporation, they own it
Right,
now.
right.
They don't even
So
have a. It used to be that black dude. I forgot his name. I used to know his name like Clockwork, but it's owned by like a group now. They have like shareholders and a chairman. So
okay, so it's back to the strings. Everybody on strings, and they doing them like this,
oh
puppets.
yes, it's puppetry at its finest,
Right.
of
I mean,
course.
that's all it is. And as a true child of God, you have to be able to navigate through that and understand that the industry is what the industry is at sometimes.
And another thing too, like you, that shows to where he may have sold his soul because all his stuff, I never see him really link up with gospel people. He's always with the rappers, giving them gospel songs. You ever notice that?
Man, I'm not. I'm just not. I guess I ain't too deep into the culture of music like that when it comes
No,
to
no. Like I just told you about the Glorilla song, right?
right.
Like he did a song with
He
Moneybag
did a song
Yo.
with Lil Baby, right?
He did a song with Lil yeah. He
Okay.
got Lil Baby got a Grammy off that song. Like
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So
all
so
his is tied into the rap. It's not tied into God and worship. Yeah, he does a couple songs. Like he did that song with Maverick City, but that's it that
all
I
right,
know of.
I'm trying to get you up, Prince the Barber. Okay, I got you. Go ahead, T. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Well, it's the industry. It's the industry is what it is.
yeah,
Everybody that put their hard sweat and tears into this, uh, uh, I got you. I got you. All the people that the front runners that came along and built this platform, it's basically being demolished, right? I mean,
yeah.
I'm trying to make sense of it, right?
Hmm.
But you got people that steady building the bridge for it to be that.
Right,
Because if you look at the crowd speaks for itself. But if you look at the crowd, everybody in there got money.
right.
I mean, your average person that's in there, they got money, right?
Yeah, they got hella cake.
So For me to walk in and say, y'all tripping, and I ain't got nothing that I can show, who am I?
Exactly. That's how I feel.
So that's how
And
I feel that they look at God. Like, well, God, I got money now. I mean, I'm good. Until like I said, until the money ain't worth what you think it is.
man,
Yeah, I
I can
know
get
what
a
money ain't worth.
man, I can get a billion cash right now, and I never speak against God. I don't give a
Never.
damn. And you can take it away from me. That very you say you either want this billion or you gonna speak against God. And you know, I told somebody this, and this it's kind of deep. You know what I'm saying? Because I think about it sometimes. I told somebody this one time. We was having a conversation. I said, if there was a assassin to come in here right now and say, if you denounce God and Jesus Christ, I'll kill you on the spot. I said, well, I'm ready to die about mine, like, cause that's how much I believe in that, and I won't have no regrets. I'll die that day. And I
Right.
told him, I said, and I'll do it 1,000 times. I said, if somebody was to come in right now and say, you either denounce God or you denounce God or I'm gonna kill you. You don't have to kill me, bro. Like, there ain't there ain't too many things that there ain't nothing that'll compare to the love and the admiration I have for being a follower of Christ, bro. So you just gonna have to end my life, and I mean, and life will just have to deal with itself after that because I'm not, because
Well,
that's something that if I stand for something like that, it's something I believe in and I'm ready to die about. You see what I'm saying? A
okay,
lot of
okay,
people don't
right.
even go ahead.
Right.
My bad.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But now watch this. You got to go back 25, 30 years ago when when these type of people came into the music industry. So they
Right.
were young. They didn't know God like we talking like we know God now. You see what I'm saying? We had to
Right.
learn to love God.
Right. Yeah, it took a lot of time. Like
Right.
this wasn't
So
no overnight thing, of
right.
course.
So they've been in the industry for so many years to where they feel like everything that they do is okay because they're in the industry of the entertainment.
Oh, well, it just over the years, like you lose yourself. You saying basically.
Well, I ain't gonna say lose yourself. I ain't gonna say that, but to understand that money make the world go around.
Of
So
course.
I still got to play this part of my life, and I got to make sure I got the bills being paid
Oh,
on
so it's like, oh, I'm gonna do my acting job over here, but this is my real self. But I can get lost in there because I'm so far gone. Is that what you mean?
Absolutely,
No, okay, I
absolutely,
really, yeah, because we do that in everyday life. Like,
right.
we ain't like we ain't 100% on God's time. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you mean. Like,
Right,
we'll
right,
be at work, like we'll be listening to rap music. That
exactly,
ain't walking in my faith. I
right,
get you. Yeah,
absolutely. So that's why I said they're on the platform to where they're being watched every day. So we can sit here and have this conversation about them because we sit and watch them move the way that they move, and they claiming they love for God, but still at the same time, I still got to position myself to say, how can I say he's not a man of God? You see what I'm saying? I can't say that.
right. And I fall short every day.
Right.
And yeah, I got you.
But I
Yeah,
still have to be able to say, to judge. I don't have a hell or heaven to put you in, but I still got the right to say what you're doing is wrong because I've been taught what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
yeah, because it could get real sticky. In that sense, because you like, well, how can you call me not a man of God, but you live your daily life worse than I live mine.
Right, right,
Even if I did sell my soul, like you don't. If we doing on the outside looking in, like you live worse than me. At least I have God in some of my life where people can see. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like when you at work or out and about, like you know what I'm saying, you in the world. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's profanity. This profanity. That like that's without you even realizing what you're doing because that's just your day to day life. You know, and I fall short of that a lot.
yeah.
Like
I
I
mean,
said,
we
the
all
greatest
do. Yeah, we all
yeah
do.
the greatest gift is to for a person to say to see that there's God in you. That's the greatest thing you could be as a follower of God. For a person to walk and be like, man, that's I see that all in him, and you don't see that in me because I mean I do a lot of bull spit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I should be doing that I don't do. You know what I'm saying? I should talk about them more, but I don't. And I take accountability on that too. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, and that's why I'm trying to, like I said, I'm not making what he's doing a okay. What I'm saying is that we still got to look at ourselves in the mirror every day as well. Like I said,
right,
they're just on a bigger platform, but at the same time, if a kid is in front of me that's, or someone that's younger than me, I can't present certain things to them, right?
right,
So that's all I'm saying about him, to the point to where he's been this industry leading guy, to where, like I said, he's uh, uh, brought people closer to God.
yeah,
Uh, I'm gonna say he brought them closer to God, but the footsteps that he's taken may be a whole different route. But can I go this way to get to God? Can I go this way to get to God? Can I go back that way to get to God? If God is everywhere, I mean, I'm just saying, because people got to make their own decision once they get one on one with God.
right.
And I'm talking about when you when you sick, when everything is done ran out.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Where do
Right.
your focus go?
Well, see,
Hey,
but that's what the word. You remember you always told me that
Job. Yeah.
the blueprint is the word. You know what I'm saying? You tell me that all the time. Like God giving you the
Hey, what's up,
manuscript
BG?
right there in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? So when we do go get too far gone, we just got to resort back to where our foundation is, and that's the Bible.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Because me personally, like no matter no matter what I'm doing, I know God is the leader of my
Thank you,
ship,
Spence.
my whatever, my everything. But I fall short because sometimes my mind is running at 1,000 miles per hour. So I'm constantly in the world, and I should be constantly in the God. You see what I'm saying? Like that's that should be my main focus. This worldly stuff can come and go, but God is what's gonna be solidified. Is always solidified in my life. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But it don't take much to get off course when you're a certain age, and like I said, and all you see is money. Because when you look at the Glorillaz and you look at and, we was once them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Where it wasn't nothing
yeah.
but strictly about the money. Even though Mama was saying church this, Daddy was saying church that,
But
but it was
but
still
but the
strictly about the money.
but look, watch this bar though. The chapel was our church. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's sad because you can glorify with that even being said, like that can be taken out of context and glorified. Like y'all talking about God, what does the trap got to do? But it was. You see what I'm saying? The money was God, the trap was the church house. Because
Mm-hmm.
that's what we came to. That was our for sure. No matter what we did that day, we was gonna be there and we was gonna represent that because that's where the money was gonna be made and that's where I was gonna show up.
Right. Right.
You know, so you can't play both sides. What God say? You either for me or you for these false idols. You can't choose both sides.
No, that's
But
true.
we do that every day. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what we say, everybody does. We do it a million times a day. Oh yeah, we wake up and say and put a post on Facebook. Oh man, God is great, God is great. And then as soon as we that turns, oh man, look at that girl with that big ass booty. What the fuck is we doing that for? If we
Yeah.
really gonna be about God, we need to be about God. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be the first to say I fall short every day. And I ask him to forgive me for all this bull stuff that I go through and that I put on him trying to make me a better man. And Kirk Franklin too might go through that every day as well, bro.
Right. Hey, we got a question from Prince the Barber. He says, "So when are we ever right?" Right.
We never right in God's eyes because it's a learning process all the time, 24/7, 24/8. Every second we live is a process for God to make us a better man. And then what we justify as right, God didn't already seen it. All this is a replay. That's all this is. Ain't nothing under the sun that God ain't seen. So how could we tell the person that knows everything that we right?
Mm. Well, well, I mean that's where you get the where you have to repent. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah, yeah.
repentance is
To
for.
wash the sins
You see
away.
what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Some
Right.
people be like, well, why would I need to repent if God, I already know who I am and what I do. That's scripture. Those are things that God has appointed us to do.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? But some
Yes,
people
sir.
still be like, well, why should I have to do it if He already know who I am? Because He says do it. Um, Prince the Barber said, I would think that would stress a person out knowing that he could never satisfy maybe.
Yeah,
Um, you
yeah.
talking about
That's
satisfying God?
yeah. He said he's basically saying no matter what he does, he know he can't satisfy God because God is all knowing. That's basically what he's saying, right?
Well, what
Right,
the thing
Romero.
what the thing is, if you know God, it's your duty and your job is to make sure that you spread the word that you know God for you to bring other people to God.
Right.
See, that's what God wants us to do, to be an ambassador for Christ, to bring people to Him. See, once we
Yeah.
get it, we still got work to do. That's bringing others. See, that's
Yeah.
what I said about the church. Some of the churches, they don't get out in the streets or in the hood no more.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you can't sit in the pulpit all day and expect the hood to walk in. Your job is to go out there and make sure they get the word.
Yeah.
So you're still not doing God's work by sitting in the church house every Sunday doing just that alone.
Yeah. Because you're not bringing nobody to his flock.
Right. If you
Right.
got the same people in there every week, every Sunday,
What are you
you're
doing?
not even teaching them basically because they got to be here every week to try to find out. You
Yeah.
see?
Yeah. You told me. Yeah. Yeah. You told me that last time. Man, that
Yeah.
made so much sense. And then if they not bringing new people, is your word really getting across? Like if I'm giving you the right word, it should be so miserable, not miserable, so measurable that it should bring people. It should bring the masses. What do you say?
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, um,
What do you
it,
say?
it's hard for a person that's going through what they're going through to go walk through the church house doors and say, I need help. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's much easier for the church to go out into the areas where they know that it's hard and bad and tell people to come and join church or even have church right there on the block.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because now you're bringing church to them to where it can make sense.
Hmm.
But if you're not getting outside the box, then you're no better than the devil himself.
No,
So
real
forgive me
talk.
if I'm wrong,
Real
but I'm
talk.
just you know
Read his question, George.
okay.
Prince left you a question.
All right, he says, so is it possible to be a music person with them
Hmm.
idols, of them idols, and still be able to satisfy the Lord?
Then he
So
said
basically
something else.
saying, can you still do music and satisfy the music industry and still satisfy God?
How do you feel about that?
Me?
Hmm.
God knows that we're in human form. So the decisions that we have to make in our human form of nature, God already know we gotta. I believe that He know we have to go against His words in certain situations. Not that we should, but we still go about it because we're looking at the human form of how we get to the next level.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it ain't like a person is saying, well, I don't trust God or I don't believe in God, and then go and do this. Now that's a whole different ball game. But if you trust in God, it's godly people that's in the industry.
Hmm.
It was godly people that was in the industry before there was the devilish people.
Right.
But somehow the devil wound up getting a handful up and got into the mix and said, "Well, hey, guess what? I'm for the demolish this." And that's what's going on in our industry today of the music culture.
You want to know something? Now that you brung that up, so I like books. I can't read books without noise because my mind is always thinking of stuff. So it's noise cancellation. I gotta listen to like loud music or loud TV to
Oh,
read.
hey, what's up, T?
What's up, bro?
What's
You
up?
know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's
You know
going
what
on?
I'm saying? What's going
Yeah, yeah,
down?
yeah. I was over there trying to type, like I was like, yeah, I'm really trying to stay on tempo, but I'm like, shit.
No,
Yeah,
you
that's
can
why I
join
said,
it. Man, this is a what do they call it? George?
It's like an NNAA, like you could just come, everybody welcome, like
No, it's
absolutely.
you know when they have like talks with people and they say this is a safe free zone. So I forgot. I can't think of it right now.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I mean, you free. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
We
yeah,
don't we
yeah,
don't
yeah,
respect everybody. You
yeah.
know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right, right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. Welcome to
But
the jungle.
what's
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
what's on your heart, Romero?
nah, I'm just trying to, fill in what y'all got going on. About the topic and stuff,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
so basically, I was just saying, like, you know how, the youth right now is just so deep into the industry. It'll be hard, or is it hard? I know it's hard for most people to really actually, turn from that because of all the rapid temptation that's in the world right now. So basically, like, do you think them people that are kind of so-called idols? Do you think them people like Glorilla and all them? Do you think that they really believe in God in their own little sacred spot, their own little their house? You know?
yeah.
Me personally, I can't say if they believe in him or not,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
they've been told who he is, told about him. They know of him. Now, how they feel about him, that's a whole different ball game because I don't know him like that.
Right. So it'll be judging if we just think
Right.
that they're more of the devil worship or they're more of, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's probably
Absolutely.
their that's probably their part of their job whenever they got to do things that are like satanic type things in their music videos and stuff like that I have the crowd thinking one way, you know what I mean? And stuff like
Thinking that that's who they really are.
yeah,
So, like you
yeah,
said, sometimes they
yeah,
just playing devil's advocate.
right.
Uh,
That
I,
goes back.
but I always been told you lay with dogs, you gonna get fleas.
Right, right, right. Yep,
If you
yep.
hang around something long enough, you'll become
Right.
that.
Yep. That's whenever that temptation is. And, but
Yeah.
a person like T said earlier, like you'll see a bad girl and be like, dang, you know what I mean? Like it's everywhere though. It ain't. I feel like it ain't just there. So it's like it goes back to it being your choice. That's
Well, let me stop you right there because that right there is like a is our that's Mother Nature
right.
that's been placed
Right.
upon us
Mhm.
that God has set into our souls
Right.
to find something that we desire and love and can like.
But did he make
So
it? Did he make it to where okay, these girls are readjusting their features that part to make it more of attractive. You know what I mean? Like it's like you know how when they're getting this stuff done to their bodies and stuff like that.
to me, girls like that attract boys. They don't attract men. It's a
Can I
difference.
say something?
Right, right, for sure.
Yeah.
So and this is just my theory. Like, and this is and it'll be what it'll be. Our animalistic nature as man, we were put on this earth to multiply. How many women can we get impregnated in one night? A million. How many women can be
Yeah.
pregnant at one time? One time for 9 months. That's how the world. That's what we were put on this earth to do, to multiply
Right, right,
and
right,
have multiple. In the Bible, all the kings had multiple wives. All of them.
right, right.
You see what I'm saying? But I don't think you can be truly grounded with putting multiple. That's like having multiple auras, multiple spirits in your life.
That's like being
One person comes with multiple spirits. Imagine you having this one going to this house. I got to deal with all her whatever. You know, women are emotional creatures. They're
right.
98% emotions, 2% physical. Matt, you got to deal with one. That ain't counting that she crazy. That ain't counting if you got kids with her. That ain't counting that. That's just that one household. Imagine going to another household with the parents used to lock in a room. She been sex trafficked. Like that's another one. You don't know what that person meant to and what kind of demons they have in their life or in their family. They say when you have sex with people, you get it that they leave their spirits in you. Especially when men have multiple sex partners. Every time a man inserts his reproduction tool into a woman, he leaves a spirit in them. That's why some kids, when you have a kid with a girl, yeah, that's your kid, but they coming out looking like somebody totally different. It's because that's in them, if that makes sense. This is proven studies in like the scientific world, proven studies that stuff like that leaves traces. You'll be like, damn, that kid don't look like me or the mama. It may look like a nigga that she used to talk to a long time ago because that's the spirit that was left in her. That stuff is powerful, bro.
Man, yep. It's definitely deep. Definitely deep like that, man.
You know, so you gotta you gotta really be, you either really gotta say, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. Am I gonna be out here doing what I need to do in these streets to
But
fulfill
do
a
you
need of mine, or am I really gonna
right,
try to be the best man I can be? Because you can't be the best man you can be and be out here trying to hit everything you see. Oh,
right.
that's a bar. That rhymes. But anyway, but you can't be your best self doing that,
Yeah,
because you got to find some stability somewhere. When you
yeah,
got all these spirits and emotions and doing that,
yeah,
because you got to find some stability somewhere. When you
yeah.
got all these spirits and emotions and
Right,
people
right.
pulling at you and demons pulling, you don't know what type of demon this girl got, but you steadily giving her your life energy. It's draining you, your life source. And you could be giving it to the one that you say you're gonna be with. They need to get all of that. They need to feel all of that.
Yeah.
All that of you needs to be in one person.
I feel like that takes a strong uh willpower to really make the best decisions for yourself, especially if you've been brought up, from the mud, like like me or whatever,
Yeah.
like that. Man, I think it would be harder for a person like that to, because I bet a lot of people,
Hmm.
even in the industry, people that that listen, rap music, whatever, any type of,
Hmm.
I know some of them deep inside they know the route, but the outer shell of them is just keeping them, what I'm saying, because probably a habit to try to prove something to somebody. You know what I mean? It's hard on them, and
I mean, but who are we doing it for? Are we doing it for the
some,
people
some people,
outside? Or are we doing it for us? Because if
right?
we're doing it for us, it shouldn't really matter.
Yeah,
Because, like, and I know it's harder. If you in that industry, you see the baddest women on earth, but you got to really ask yourself, bro. All things that shine really ain't gold, bro.
right, right,
You see what I'm saying? Some of the most hurtful, meanest women on planet Earth are the most beautiful, and they got the worst self-esteem on planet Earth, and they'll make your life miserable, all because they look good, because they never learned how. That's why it's
but
kind of better to get somebody that's been through something, because women like that, they never have to work on themselves. They never have to work on them being charismatic or being funny or holding a conversation, because a nigga just gonna give them 20 bands just for smiling at them. You see what I'm saying? Like,
but
why would you want that in your life, bro?
I feel like see, because whenever I see my daughter, bro, like, and I see that whenever she don't get her way, as a baby, she has
Yeah.
a little attitude, this little jerk attitude, like, what I'm saying, like, and she'll walk away and just look at me, and you know what I'm saying, like, And I bet some of that characteristic still sticks with them girls and men too. To my
Yeah,
son, he does the same thing as well.
yeah.
So when
How
he,
do you feel about that, George? You having kids?
Well, I kind of just walked back in. I was trying to get some knowledge of what y'all was talking about.
He talking about like the sense of entitlement. He said he sees it right, Romero. Like you
right,
see it in your kids already,
right,
with them being like better looking kids. You already see the entitlement kind of.
like I can see the characteristics of you know that women have nowadays. How they can how I want to put it. It's just a type.
Entitlement.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just like oh, I got
You
one
talking
more.
about based off of looks?
Now just the way that they are, like the demeanor, the characteristic that man, it's hard. It fell off. Fell off. Yeah, I fell off, T.
Oh, what
T
happened
fell
now?
off.
I said I fell
Oh,
off.
Nah. So he basically saying George is he sees it in his daughter of how these women are today in
Nowadays,
this
right.
environment, like how they entitled or how they need to be treated like such and such without even having to do anything, bringing anything to the table.
Yeah, because it's just in their
And
DNA.
it's in their DNA, like
Yeah,
they may have learned it from a grandma or a
yeah,
mama or
yeah. I was
somebody in their
saying, yeah,
family.
yeah. It's something that they've been taught.
It's
yeah,
learned behavior, right?
Yeah, it's learned behavior.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
um, because
Now, do you
I
feel
felt
like that having daughters? Cause you got two, so you can get it from two sides. You see what I'm saying?
what
Mhm.
that's funny. You get that we're talking about this because my youngest daughter just called me and
Right.
her what it was
See,
her
God speak through people, bro.
right her engine light came on
Mm,
Yeah.
and she was with her friend, her male friend.
Yeah.
He's telling her what's right, but I don't know it at the time until she called me. So when she get me on the phone, she's asking me questions. That he's trying to tell her, well, this is what I'm trying to show you, and she like, well, no, I got to go to my daddy. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because that's what I taught them to the point to where
yeah,
if you don't know,
yeah,
call me. My
yeah.
door is always open.
Right.
Now I'm not saying that he was in the wrong, but what I'm saying is that's the way I raise my children to make sure my phone stay on 24/7.
Yeah.
Now if you doing some bull, then it's not on 24/7.
Right, right.
They'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But if you doing taking care and doing what you need to be doing, I don't have a problem with answering no question or even showing up.
Yeah. Open door policy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So and then we got to get off the phone. I could tell he was kind of like, see,
I
I
told you
told
so.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, and I started to call back. I said, well, nah, I just wait
Nah,
till
but
I see him in
he's probably
person.
young
I'm an
minded
in
too.
person type person. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
he's probably younger minded too as well. Like
Right.
maybe and he's
Yeah.
trying to impress the woman, so he's like,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah,
But this is how you impress a woman for those ones that don't know. If a light came on, hey, I'm gonna take your cold here and I'm gonna get it fixed. That's how you fix that.
yeah,
Yeah. True. True.
And take it down the street and do what you know how to do with it.
Because look, because look, and this is a proven fact. A woman end up loving you more if you do something that nobody else has ever done for them. If you take
Yeah,
them to a
absolutely.
place and get them a time that they never had, or take them on a trip, that's something nobody has ever done because they revert back to the daddy daughter
yeah,
scenario. Like
Mm-hmm.
who's a daughter's first love? Her dad.
yeah,
Who's
Right.
the son's first love? His mama.
Mom.
yeah,
They revert back to that when you do something that they never done before. Because when they was a kid, you remember their dad was like, "My dad taught me how to ride a bike," or "My
Yeah.
dad showed me how to uh put a trash bag on the trash can." He was doing everything was new to them every single day because they were a child. So that takes them back to their childlike adolescence. They like, man, like, damn, he made me feel like my daddy used to make me feel when he used to take me outside and show me how to fly a kite.
But you have some boys that haven't been raised by a male ego or even a mother's love. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you
I
never
mean,
know what you're getting.
yeah, that's Romero and me. You know, like if we gonna be
Yeah.
honest about it, like
Right.
I get
Absolutely.
we 100% where you get where you coming from, because there's things I can't fully comprehend when it comes to people and how they emotionally react to certain things, and I deal with that a lot. Like to me, I'll be like, that don't make any sense. Like, well, why
Right.
are you
Right.
giving that time? But if I had my mom and dad around at pivotal times in my life, it would make more sense to me, because I'll be like, really? Like, nah, I don't know. But they really are having the right emotion at that time. I just can't comprehend it
You
myself.
need to give it back.
See?
Here, boo. Come on. Come here.
Oh, it sound like somebody got a newborn.
Yeah, he got the baby with him. That's good though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing, bro.
I'm telling you.
You know, ain't.
Gotta give you some dap on that.
Yeah, nah, they with daddy. I can't even be.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I love that. That's God
Man.
right there.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Say hi. Say hello.
He said hi.
Say hello.
Hey.
Man,
Say hello.
they want that attention from daddy. That's all.
Say dada.
Oh yeah.
What it do?
But so George, does that make it, like, to coincide with what Romero says? So does that make it right that she doesn't give him the chance to show himself as a man? That I'm gonna go to daddy. So if anything happens in her life, even with her husband, and he might be her husband one day,
Yeah.
does that make that right? Because it say once
Right.
you find that the good wife or a good husband, you should part ways from. This is in the Bible. You should part ways from thy mother, thy father.
Yeah, absolutely. I
It's
mean,
just
it's
probably a
right because that's how you build. That's how you build trust amongst each other.
A
Is
foundation.
going back to your root, to your family,
Right.
someone who has taught you something, and to make sure that you can come back to them with an open door
Mhm.
policy. And when you get into a relationship, just like some men, they don't want to ask mom about their female. You see what
Oh
I'm
mm,
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Because they feel
Oh
like,
yeah, because
man,
they know what mama gonna say. Yeah.
yeah.
mama gonna give you the truth. And half of us just don't want to know the truth because we trying to just
Right.
do certain things at that moment.
Right.
So what she did by calling me was letting him know that I do have my daddy.
Yeah,
My
for
dad is here
sure.
for
Yep.
me.
Yep.
And
And
as
it's
a
not
and as a young man, he has to
You should
respect
respect it.
that
and she's
in
not
order
Yeah.
to get her.
right. And she's not probably necessarily like just turning him down in what he knows. She's
Right.
probably just going to where she knows what's right, and then she's gonna see the picture like, oh, my boyfriend didn't know or my friend didn't know what he was talking about, but I'ma always do what I know best. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he was wrong. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it
And it might
and
be
then
good on his part, like, oh, you did know
yeah.
what you was talking about.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I
That
mean?
that's that
Like,
that's the way I look at it. You see what I'm saying? To where
yeah,
she can start trusting him
yeah,
a little
yeah.
here and a
On
little
his
there
word,
because it
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, Bubba.
Because and then it could, and we always, this day and age too, we always say on the internet, like, don't no woman got a lot of these girls don't got their daddies in their life. And that was a good showing of her, like, yeah, my daddy in my life and he taught me the right way.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I get it. I got
And
you.
stuff like that, that make me flex you know what I'm saying, flex my muscles. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No
Yeah.
matter
yeah.
how old she get,
And
those
that
are
might
my
bring
babies.
right, and that might bring the friend closer to the dad. You know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
now they want to,
Exactly.
there's something that they can teach each other, or maybe one can show
We
the
got
other
something
one.
to talk about.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
got something to talk about.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But that's what people try to run from,
yeah. Oh
trying
yeah,
to
nowadays.
yeah,
Yep,
they try to run from that and just go,
because
like I
they
said,
know it
get
all.
married and do this and leave the parents out of it. Why?
They
I
know
don't
it all.
know.
That's why.
Do it. So it's um I mean, he shouldn't feel a certain way as a young man. He's going to feel a certain way, but he
Yeah,
shouldn't. But I mean,
yeah,
that just comes with it.
yeah. He gonna feel away regardless.
Yeah.
And
Because the
Just
same
because
way that
like
she
like
can call me, but the same way that she can
yeah,
call me, he can
yeah,
call me. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and that's exactly how I would put it too. I would
Yeah.
definitely let him know that you know already, so it can all be out on the table, and you
Absolutely.
like you
Yeah.
said, just that way there won't be no bad blood or nothing. This is you
And
know
that's some stuff I never understood about a lot of relationships, to where you have a new father, a stepfather come in, but the real daddy want to be upset at the stepfather. I don't want to be
Mhm.
upset at you. I want to meet you and let's talk,
Right,
because you're going to
right.
be under the
that's
same
how
roof as the child.
say
Mhm.
man. That's what I am like
You see what
because
I'm
Me
saying?
too.
I want
Yeah.
my other half's daughter son to have that what they like because I'm around their kid.
Yeah.
So if they around
Absolutely.
my kid, I want to know
I
what's
want to
up.
know.
Right, 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 right.
Like and I know how I'm gonna treat they kid. I want to know how
Mm-hmm.
they treat my kid. Like
Exactly.
regardless of whatever we do, like them kids need to be like if I don't even if I don't like you, I'm gonna respect you. If it's a respectful setting, I'm gonna respect you. And I'm
Yeah,
never
yeah,
gonna
you
say
gotta have
nothing
that
bad.
with
Even
the
if I
kids,
don't
right?
like you, I'll never say nothing bad about you to your kid, bro. Like
Right.
because that's me. That's not manly. That's some fraudulent. Like your
Oh
kids
yeah.
should never know what me and you got. Even if we fought right outside before we walked in the door,
In the
I'm gonna
house, they
act like
should
it
know.
never happened. Because
Right.
your kid, that they're pure, their heart is pure. I don't want to put that in their life. And if they see you as this grandiose, they daddy as this grandiose thing, I want them to keep that. Like that's a beautiful thing, especially with us minorities. Like it's bad enough for us in this society. Like why would we want to tear that image down from somebody else's kid that you gonna be around 24/7?
Right. Right. Nah. No. Ain't no way. Mm-mm. Nah.
Yeah.
I got to know what's going on at all times. Well, I did at this point. My kids are, they grown. So I mean, I'm still present. I'm still there. But like I said, everything I've taught y'all have to use it now. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And you can make a
Hey, people.
you can make like you
All
made it,
things,
but you
man.
made it easier for them to have people or they mamas that have different people that they wanted to be in because you wasn't on no weird
Ignorant.
stuff. You wasn't on no ignorant like, oh, I'm pressing you because you with my baby mama. Like if I'm done, I'm done. Live your life. I can't stop you from being who you want to be because then
Right.
that means like if I have that much animosity towards you, that means you got control over my life and I'm too far gone and I'm too in love with you still. This should never be like that. If it's over, it's over. I want you to be happy. I just want to know who around my kid. That's it. Live your life.
I'm going through that right now,
True.
and everything is okay.
Yeah, live your life because it's gonna be beautiful for both of us.
Right, right.
Honestly, this is what it is.
And
It takes a village to raise kids, and
right.
it's a beautiful thing when they got multiple grown people that love them and that'll protect them. Instead of having one or two people, they got five. That's beautiful, man. Because if they stuck out somewhere on the corner and don't know who to call, oh, such and such live up the street. You know what I'm saying? My mama's boyfriend's up the street and I respect and I know he gonna protect me. That's beautiful. Instead of ain't nobody up the street, I don't know. Oh, I'm just out here. I can get harmed.
Right.
Oh, that's how I see it. I mean, I could be wrong, but hey.
Nah, nah, you right. It took it
No,
took
no.
it took me
Yeah.
to it took me to sit down for some time to really just uh, be mature about situations like that. Though I grew a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
you
you
as
got
you as you
yeah.
as you get more
That's
mature
absolutely.
in age, as you get more mature in age, you start realizing like, bro, none of that even matters. Like, why would we be fighting?
Doesn't
Why would we
matter.
arguing? Like, none of this is even like, we ain't got time for none of that. It's a whole different outlet whenever you start maturing in age and growing up.
Yeah. Cause I
But,
mean, like,
but not
is it
everybody
worth it?
does grow up
Is
and
it worth it?
and, and, and things like that.
I
You
know
know.
cases, it don't be worth it in most cases.
Nah, I really don't. Cause Romero, you remember that time I hit you and was like, "Hey, take that down," and he was like, "Yeah, you right." Cause
Yeah.
it's one of them things. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, if you gonna be with somebody and you do that, you look like the fool.
Right.
You said all this weird stuff about this person, but you go back,
Right.
you're the idiot, not that person.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it.
You
Like,
so right
so
too.
no, that's real spill. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see no justification in that.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's childish.
They they're trash. They're trash, and I'm putting it on that. But I'm going back to them. So
Right.
I must be just as trash as them because
And I
I'm
laugh
in it.
at, bro. I laugh at a
Yeah.
lot of situations like that whenever I see,
No, I mean we all do because we like, damn, I too at a
But I,
point was like that.
but I feel like it's maybe the heat of the moment type, something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you see how mature I am to realize that real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Because immediately
Like,
it
bro,
was, it was.
am I tripping? Like, am I tripping for real? Like, let me know I'm tripping.
Yeah, nah, because but you have all these people that you talk to every day, whatever. But a person that's truly about you as a friend
Yeah.
should have came. You know what I'm saying? That's why I
Yeah.
came through. I wasn't talking
Uh-huh.
about nothing else. I wasn't talking about
Yeah.
no
No.
song or hey, what you up to. That's the first thing I said. Hey,
Yeah.
bro,
Cause you can already
like
see. Yeah, that's good.
delete that shit like immediately, like, cause I know for a fact
And
that
me
when you
too.
calm down, you good. You like, oh, I was tripping. I'm straight.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it was. You was like, oh, I'm straight.
And
He
look
like, yeah,
now,
T, you right.
time passed. You know, then everything cools and chills out, and really come to the table, and everything was really because probably me. You know what I'm saying? So, and
That's what I'm saying.
I had to see it like that.
And we like we all make mistakes. Like see in the dynamic that I have with George, like me and George, like we blood cousins, but
Okay.
we have characteristics the same, and some of them characters like we really have a lot of the
I
same,
see.
so
I
we
got the same
understand each other.
beard too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, we have characteristics like, but us explaining to other people
right.
why we think like is damn near like Chinese arithmetic.
Mm.
So we started this platform to let people get in our mind, and then we can
Right.
that way we can shape it to where they'll understand us and we can understand them.
Right. Iron sharpen iron.
Exactly. You know.
Got to have that.
On plenty topics, anything, whatever. Like,
Yeah, we talk about the most
I
random,
see.
but it turned into a 3-hour conversation every
Right,
time.
nah,
Every
that's
time.
cool. I like that. I see that. I see the motion. This is really on. That's great. It's a great movement.
Yeah,
I
man.
really appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's why I would tell you, man, you come up, man, just, come on
Right.
up and,
For sure. I'm not as consistent as y'all boys is, but
hey,
Man,
you gotta get around some iron. Iron sharpens
nah,
iron.
for
You know
real.
what I'm
No,
saying?
don't care. No
Yeah.
care. Just
Because I
That's
mean, I
right.
know you be chilling, like, and I know
yeah,
you only can be around kids for so long. Like, you want
yeah.
some grown
I
male,
got
like, you want some testosterone to talk to.
yeah, yep, true that. And
You know what I'm saying?
I'm in welding school too as well, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to adjust and
Oh,
and get back out my feet. I got an interview tomorrow back at Van Tran where I used to work at, which
Hey, that's a blessing, man. I'm gonna pray
yeah,
you get
so
that, bro.
yeah, man, so
already.
but
Because I mean, ain't nothing like
Yeah.
having your own motion. Can't nobody tell you nothing.
yeah.
You can do what you need to do. You feel that's
Mhm.
fulfilling for a man to know that at the end of the day, I did everything I needed to do to
Right.
provide for mine.
I still got a lot of adjustments, me. So
We
No, of
all do.
course. We all do, bro. We all
It
do.
don't
And
stop. It don't
and you
stop.
think ours look good, like we probably worse off than you. It just look different.
Yeah.
nah,
Yeah, hey, man.
so like, whenever I was first incarcerated,
Mm-hmm.
I used to be real close with the Lord, right? I used to, and then I did a lot of thinking in there, and like a lot of questioning, like, what if this? Why? How? Like, what is, because I'm hearing other people too, and I want to go deep. I'm like, well, how do you really know? You know what I mean? Like that. And so right now at the moment, it's like I'm walking by faith. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's it.
to say like even if I don't just like sit there and pray every day, a part of me deep inside really knows like, hey, I've been there before. I hold prayer service before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I cried in front of men before. Like, I know
Already.
I know all of it. So uh it's just like I'm living life out here, but it's like he just let me loose and just letting me go and just knowing and just sitting back watching.
Right.
I ain't made a mistake yet, though, in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
how I'm moving because I'm really walking by faith, but it's not like I'm not like boasting it, or I'm not just
Right. Right.
not saying it's a bad thing to do that, but me personally, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just trying to figure it out because I'm just a student of life. I'm always gonna learn every day. Every day is gonna be a new thing. Something's gonna pop up, and I gotta. I'm more fighting the obstacles daily. You know
Hmm.
what I mean, and making sure that the future days, uh, that my kids got a man to show them the way, and stuff like that. So it's, like I said,
Right.
it's a building process where I'm at. Mhm.
Well, I mean, you're headed the right direction. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
right, right.
Because like I said, you've been the other route, so it's kind of like
Yeah,
you know that route now. So it's
yeah.
kind of like, well, let me try this way.
Overstood,
You
overstood.
see what I'm saying? So yeah, it makes sense. But that's how life. If you some of us don't get that chance. Like I said, I'm just one of the lucky ones. That's what
Right,
I tell
right,
people all the time. I'm just through Christ. I'm just
right,
one of the lucky ones.
right,
So I have to speak good
right,
every chance I get.
right.
Now you might catch me, you know what I'm saying, but that ain't who
Right,
I
right,
am,
right, 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 right.
right?
It's not who you want to be.
It's not what I'm
Yeah.
promoting at all.
Right,
No.
right,
Uh, so like I said, every day is a new day. Every day if you can get up and walk and breathe that air that next morning, it's a new day to try it again.
mm.
That's what God does. He gives us another chance.
Yes,
And I feel the ones that's not here, their chances was, I mean, they did what they need to do to walk of what he had for them to do on this side.
right. So,
So
so, so, question, like, so on y'all's platform, are y'all like, so what type of topics, like, is it, so like you said, is it any type, like, are y'all going political, or y'all going, you know,
subconsciously thinking of,
yeah,
of, of real
everything
life activity, whatever.
overstood.
Yeah, just everything. I mean, you know what I mean.
Okay,
And and
okay,
and and that's why I say it's gonna be
yeah,
sometimes you might come on the live and we
right.
might be going in. You see what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
no, no cap. Nah, I'm with
But
that.
we trying to
Right.
manage and talk to everyone. Like I said, I
Right,
don't want to leave nobody out because, like I
right, right,
said,
right. Oh yeah,
everybody got to
definitely.
listen here for something.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
So
And I'm telling you, I can adjust. I can adjust, bro. I got some conversation in a way. Like I said, I'm not a stage person, but I do got a mind, bro, and I do got a heart too as well. So
yes, sir, yes, sir. And that's what it's about. Knowing that you have those things, you possess those things in your. You know what I'm saying? That's you. So a lot of people try to run from themselves because they like, man, I ain't doing right. I
yeah.
used to have to run from myself.
Mm.
Every time I run from myself, boy, I accidentally mess around and look in that mirror and be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. You gotta look in that mirror.
Yeah,
And that mirror gonna define who you are every day. And only don't nobody know but you and God.
yeah.
The kids don't know, mama don't know, don't nobody know but you and God.
Mm.
So we can, like I said, we can sit there and we can promote this. We can promote. That's why I was saying about Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
He have to look into that mirror, and when he looked into that camera, he was really looking in the mirror, explaining like, man, I haven't been the best friend. I haven't been the best. I haven't. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So where he's saying, I know I don't deserve this, y'all. How did I get it?
Yeah.
So
I had bet.
he's
What?
still he's still claiming that God is giving it to him. So who am I to say it wasn't God that gave it to him? Who am I to
Oh,
say that?
so he got an award. He got an award, and he just basically just, like you said, he's saying that God gave it to him because he felt like he wasn't in a sense of having it, or
Well, I think what it
I
is
missed it. That's why I didn't. Y'all missed me on this one.
I think what it is that, like I said, after you travel for so long and you look back and over the years after he's been in the industry, he's looking over the years. He ain't looking over just of that night. He's looking over the years. That's why he said what he said. See, he been covering all this up, all these 10 and 20 plus years in the industry. He been covering it up. Now it's like, I can't keep running. How did I get this? Now he want to speak some truth, I believe, because he ain't been speaking truth. I'm speaking from what I see and what I've been through in life. You see what I'm saying? Because as a man or a woman, when we reach a certain point in life, you're gonna start speaking your truth, regardless. Because that's why I say that's when you have to look in that mirror. You've been looking in the mirror ever since you start thinking that you look good. Every time you see a scar on your face, a pimple or whatever, you trying to get it out because you're like, oh man, I gotta get that's ugly. And I look at God as a big washing machine. I can wear this shirt tomorrow and have a whole new host of people that's on my live,
It
and
says
they didn't see me in this.
so. It said he has 20 grand, 20 Grammys, 39. He has so many awards.
Hmm.
Like how didn't he think that he was gonna even be a part of the award this go around? Like,
Because of this, because being in the realm of God, it teaches you, it shows you. He's been on the downfall. He's been under the bottom.
mm,
You see what I'm saying?
through his career, yeah, he
Of
been
his,
up
through
and
his
down.
career, for
Yeah.
him sexual things and
Mm,
things with his wife, things with his family, things with his friends. He's had some bad situations.
mm.
And
Up
he
and
went to God about it. And God fixed it. God helped him fix it. So he's just promoting his whole image, saying, I don't deserve this. How am I still getting these type of things when I ain't even did what I need to be doing?
Did he say that?
Basically.
Okay, I just didn't hear him, but I was like, damn. If he
He
said,
said, he said, he said, I haven't been the best Christian. I haven't been the best
ooh,
friend. I haven't been the best husband. I haven't been the best,
hey, that
right?
gave, just listen to that. That gave people hope, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
That gave
So
people hope
now
right there.
it speaks more of a godly matter to me because now that you're opening up the doors, telling people, it's different when you tell people, oh, I got it going on. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Because people looking at you and they trying to follow that. They trying to follow it.
Yeah.
But they don't know the bumps and bruises that come with it until you get up here and you promote and say, man, I done fell off again. He done fell off 20 times.
Yeah.
But you still got people that respect the fact that you're a man enough and saying it's God, it's the God that's in you.
Oh yeah, and people watching.
They watching. Yes. So whatever it is that you did
People
that
watch.
was so
Right.
tragic or whatever to some people, I done gave it to you. I done apologized. I done told you how I felt. I was sorry, this and that. I don't have to carry this no more. Now, if you carry it, that's your business. But I'm not carrying it. So he's released from whatever it is that he's done in these last whatever
Right.
days or years or whatever that he felt like that's why he was saying what he was saying. So everybody he done did something that he feel he did bad to is out in the opening. So leave me alone. Because now it's on your soul to get off. It's a stain on your soul to get off, not on mine no more.
Yeah.
Because I've asked God to wash this off me as long as I say what it is.
Yeah.
We all gotta stand firm somewhere, someday in time. You got to stand firm.
Right. Yeah. Admit your wrongs.
But then I don't know if he said that before the gorilla deal or after. I don't know. Hey Renee, I don't know if he said that before or after because like I said, I noticed after I seen that, I seen pictures of him. They said he was licking his lip when Glorilla was saying what she was saying. I'm just, hey, listen, man. People gonna
I
look
didn't see
for
that,
wrong
yeah.
behavior.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Renee. You feel like coming on the panel, Renee? I would like to have a female up here to speak on something.
Yeah, no cap.
Yeah, just to kind of give us a female, understand. She said no.
That's how I was too. T, you alive? T?
Yeah,
She was worse than you,
I'm just,
Prince. Hey,
man,
man.
I'm just soaking
Renee,
it
thank
in.
you.
I'm listening, man. You know,
It's all good. I'm gonna follow you back too, Renee. But yeah, it's you have to. That's why I said if I'm gonna speak about him, I can't speak against him. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, he's still saying God this, God that. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard to say God this, God that, and the devil's over steady tugging on your shoulder. You better call on God. You see what I'm saying? As long as that devil's steady tugging on you, better call on God. Because that's the only way that you can fight that devil.
yeah, you can't fight that evil on your own.
Nah, shit, no. You gonna lose every time. Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna speak me, I've lost every time. So
yeah. I mean,
there's
but
some people out there
that's
that think
you.
that they doing it on their own.
That's what I'm saying. You lose the battle thinking you can do it on your own without God. You already lost before the battle even
Before the
started.
battle even started. Yeah, absolutely. Because if you believe in one, you got to believe in the other. They spirits.
And of course, good and evil, right and wrong. That's the
Right and
only
wrong.
truant thing true about life. Truant all the way down through there. Right is right, wrong is wrong. No matter what you say or what you do.
Limit blessing. You coming up? Need to get you on the panel. I know you got some good words of encouragement.
They
What's up, Brother
but
Howard?
I just think
Yeah,
honestly,
too.
I think he done all of this for so long and got his riches and then realized, hey, I'm selling my soul for this entertainment and fame. It wasn't worth it. As long as I would have kept God for us, was worth it. Because you go through all these trials and tribulations, then you gotta,
Is that
and
what he
then in the
did?
industry, no, I mean in the industry you gotta do that public humiliation. So he had that scandal with his kids where he was
Yeah.
cussing them out on voicemail. I mean on voice recordings, and then sending a message talking about he gonna kill them if they don't listen to
How
him.
true that is.
Like that's public humiliation. Like every person in entertainment that's big, like they always had some scandal. It's called a public humiliation ritual.
I gotta look into that. I like that.
Yeah,
But
but
it's that because they're entertainers. We get that all the time as just regular people.
yeah, public humiliation. We just wake up and
Yeah,
we ain't got nothing. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Wake
That's
up
like
and I ain't got
What's
that's
up,
like
TJ?
my.
that's like saying, hey, do this script right here, T, and
Yeah,
I'll give you $50,000 if you'll go through with it.
Hey, what's going on,
yeah,
JS2?
yeah. Like when they tell him, hey, like Dave Chappelle said in one of his stand-ups, he said, I went into this audition with these dudes. They were all in black suits. None of them smiled. They just said, "Hey, Dave, read this script." He said he read the script, and the script had him in a dress kissing a dude. He
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
said,
man.
I
"I'm
remember
not
that.
doing this." He
Yeah,
said 5 seconds later, he said, he kids you not, 5 seconds later, they had the same exact script with different with him not being in a dress.
yeah,
If you fall for something, you'll fall for anything. That's
yeah,
basically what he was saying. Like they give you the option to want to do it. If you want to be the fool and do it, you do it. He said they had a whole different script with the same concept that they gave him right after that. He said, "No, I'm not doing that." So
yeah.
they do that to themselves,
Did the
bro.
money change though?
No, he still got the
Good
same
night,
money.
Renee.
He
Thank you
still
for
got
the
the
uh,
same deal.
and
It
I'm gonna
was
call you
actually,
back.
you remember
Have a good
Half
night.
Baked?
Yeah.
That was the movie he was talking about.
Oh
Oh wow.
yeah.
Yeah, you know that little crazy dude that he played, the weed man,
Yeah,
that would cry like with the glasses and the gold teeth. One of the characters he was playing.
He said, "You want to talk to Sam's?"
Yeah,
Oh,
him.
okay.
He was gonna be like a gay dude in a dress.
Oh, man.
You see how they switched it that quick. Same concepts ever. They just changed the dude into a gold teeth sensitive dude instead of him
Mm,
being a gay dude in a dress. That's how they play. That's how they mom play you. But they've been doing this for so long since the beginning of the
hey,
time.
what's going on,
We'll
Isaiah?
never be able to outsmart them. That's why you got to stay grounded in your faith.
Right.
God gives you answers and everything in detail. When you wake up in the morning and you see that
But this
your cabinet is half closed, or you got a glass of water that's half empty,
Hey, Pastor.
you either think it's half empty or is it half full. I'm gonna say it's half full because I see the positive in everything. That's the life of a king.
right, and you can see how so many people are willing to agree with what they got just for the riches, just for the money, just for the fame, just for
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Pastor? You can I get you in here or what? I mean, we need some good somebody with some better knowledge than what I have, I guess.
right.
But that's what I look at. I'm always looking for some help.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, especially when it
Yeah,
comes to the word. I
yeah,
want it
man, that
all.
weird, man. This is
I want it all. And
what's
then
up, Joe?
some.
Yeah, you got to be careful, man. Cause like I said, I ain't never been the one to want to lead somebody in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? Cause
Nah, nah.
that's on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
cause if they crash out, that's on my
yeah,
hand.
absolutely.
You know,
What's
things I
happening?
speak on is stuff that I did my research on or that I believe in. I'm not gonna say what I think this person may want to hear, cause then that's a lie, and we already starting a relationship off in the bad on a bad foot.
Oh yeah, they won't fly too far.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
They digging a ditch right there. I'm digging a ditch for them to build their own grave. Come on now.
exactly. So now,
Yeah.
Prince the Barber. Now, how old are you? Did he? Is he there?
Nah, he's still on it.
Oh, okay. He must have
Romero.
to come do something.
Yeah, he probably walked away from his phone.
Yeah. Uh, so what did you take from his experience anyway?
From Romero or
No,
from
no,
Kurt Franklin's?
about Kirk Franklin. I mean, from what you heard, whatever you heard. I mean, what do you take from it? Do you think
I
that he?
take for. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
Nah, me personally, I take from it that he's so. Like I said, he got all these years of. It's like when them people say I chased all these riches but I left my family behind. And was it worth leaving? Like not being spending time with my kids? Was it worth it not going to the baseball games? I think that's where he at with this fame thing. He like, was it really worth it me putting my faith at the forefront for these riches? Like that's not what everlasting is. Like that's just uh material. And I think he's at that part of the life to where like when the dad looks back and said, "Man, I should have went to my kid game instead of chasing that check." Oh, there you go, George. He back on now. What were you gonna ask him, George?
No,
Romero.
I was just
Go ahead.
asking his
Oh, my
age.
bad.
I was just asking about his age limit, his age.
I'm about to be 33 September.
33. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you right there where it's gonna start hitting real hard. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because the devil gonna see you running from him and you trying to get on
Yeah,
base. You know what I'm saying? It's like a
that's why I
game of
said
baseball.
that's exactly why I said like, man, I'm at the moment where I'm like just
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm still grooving. It
yeah,
not to the not to like just knock me out track, but still, and I mean I know better. Trust me, I'm like 100 plus in the mind though. You know what I mean? And
yeah, yeah.
it's just like I tell people, it's like you gotta want. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't stop doing what they're doing and make decisions that they need to make because they just don't want to do it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
I just and it ain't that me personally. It's not that I'm just like just straight knocking him out the box. Like now, I feel like, bruh, understand what I'm going through right now. Like you gotta understand, like this, you know, I I deal with things in a certain way than others, and uh, but where I know I should be, like I said, I used to be a. You hear me, James?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I he got me on. I mean, it's on pause or not.
No, no, no. He it's probably he getting a call and he probably
Not
done,
his
but he hear
daughter.
you though.
Yeah. Now, like I was saying, it's like, bro, I used to be. I'm telling you, like I said, bro, I used to be all around.
Hmm.
I had different outlooks on different religion too, bro. I used to be Muslim, bro, and
Hmm.
I studied, other religion. Um, the basics that they go through. You know what I mean? And I know.
Well, well, I never. I ain't gonna say I studied other religions, but I've listened. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
That
never
part.
turn to ear from any religion. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, the more you know, the more that you can decide. You know what you're up against. I would say.
Right. See, I wouldn't. I mean, I just like I don't know, man. I just wanted to know other people's outlook, the reasons why. What's the difference? You know what I mean? Like what you see that I don't see. You know what I mean? And that's why I kind of like. Um,
James.
I can't just say that I backed out from religion. I just gave it like I gave it some space for room for learning. And or just observing. I'm just being observant right now with life and just trying to, but
What
stop.
what 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 else? I mean, like if we're gonna speak on like on terms of that, like far as like Christianity and things like that, or Buddhism, and you see what I'm saying? Most people is what how they was raised. You know,
Right.
what your mother, your father put into your souls,
Right.
right? And as we get older, we like I said, we have ears to listen. So when we start hearing things that sound better,
Yeah.
and we have eyes to see things that look better, what
Right.
do? We chase that. So it's not out the ordinary. It's just what life does. That's what we do through life. We follow
Learn.
certain things and we find out and like, well, wait a minute. No, let me go back this way. Let me go. Let me come back and start back from scratch, and then let me go this direction and see where this takes me. That's why, like you said, you 33, so now you at that point to where it's like, I done went there, I done went here, and I done, well, hold on, let me try this other way. Now, there's another
Right.
way I can go. Let me
Yep.
try it.
Oh, trust me, and I've been working on them.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I can say I've been one of the lucky ones. I've been blessed.
In the
Not
sense
because
of
I haven't been in no bad situations
right.
or no tragic situations. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, right.
Because without those, I probably wouldn't be here today to talk about it.
Right. It's
Because I
not.
would have kept going right up that wrong road.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. No, you know, it's
Oh, it's
you
beautiful.
can't see
It's
it. Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, man. Yes, yes.
Yeah, and that's what I want to be able to. I want to be able to teach my son that. That's why I'm here. I'm. You know, I got to make decisions now, and it ain't just like you know, it ain't just for me. It's for her. It's for the kids.
Yeah, yeah.
But it ain't easy. It ain't easy.
Nah, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
So,
You know, you just gotta keep that faith of a mustard seed. I don't know if you know how small a mustard seed is, but it's one of the smallest seeds around. Just that little touch of faith keep you to keep you wrapped in His arms, keep you tight. You know, hey, Daphne Waller. Uh, but just like I said, just stay firm, just stay, stay into the direction you're going. It sounds like you're headed the right direction, is what I'm saying.
right.
Uh, uh, I didn't have a lot of people tell me what direction I need to take because I was more of a cautious person. To where when I moved very cautious. To where you know,
Mm-hmm.
if I stepped into some quicksand, it wasn't gonna take me under. It was like, oh, I felt it. You know what I mean?
Right,
So I
right.
never just jumped into nothing.
Ah, that's cool. Yeah,
So
that's a good
uh,
say.
even when I was getting ready to be baptized, I told the preacher, "Hold on, now let me put my toes in the water first." You know what I'm saying? Let me put my leg in the water. Hold on, slow down.
Nah, for real.
But that just I've always been that person because, like I said, there's a lot of things as coming up as a kid and things like that I just made sure that I wasn't never
That's,
get in those type of
hey,
situations ever
hey, trust
again.
me, I was on that same route. Till at one point, scared of it. Yeah.
And that's all it takes.
Yeah,
That's
yep,
all
yep,
it takes
yep.
is
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
definitely. Uh,
Yes. There's
No,
a
that
lot of
that
them that wish they could be having the same conversation.
hey, so that's why. Hey, no, that goes back to now. I know why baby chose to call her daddy out the muscle. Yeah.
nah, for real.
Hey,
Appreciate that.
Uh,
Appreciate it.
yeah, she
Appreciate it.
know better. Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause,
Cause ain't no in between. That's what that is.
man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something you ain't got no control over. That's just what that meant to be, man.
And even going back
Nah.
saying this about my daughters.
Yeah.
Listen, if you gonna do wrong, make sure you doing wrong leading the pack.
Mm.
Don't follow somebody and they doing wrong and you fall in the same hole that they fell in. I can't respect
Right,
that.
right, 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 right.
Now if you going and you trying to make it and you feel like you doing what you need
Yeah,
to be doing and you find out it's wrong because you was leading
yeah,
the pack,
right.
okay,
Yeah.
well okay.
Damn, I ain't
It
never heard
happens,
it.
that's
Yeah,
life.
yeah, I feel you. Yep,
Yeah.
I like that
So
one.
yeah, don't fall for anything, man. Don't fall for anything.
You
Uh,
can't. You can't when you the man of your household because how she gonna follow your lead if you leading y'all into a ditch
Mhm.
or into an ocean that you can't swim out of?
right, absolutely. Absolutely. Now I
You
ain't
know.
saying everything been gold and glitter. Now I'm not
Oh
saying
yeah,
that.
No, no,
definitely.
no, for real.
But what
Nah,
I'm saying is,
Nah, I told
hey,
you that about me.
yeah, what I'm
hey,
saying is the
Yeah, oh
foundation
sure.
is there.
Right,
it's been
right,
some
right,
dirty dishwater for a
right.
long
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
So
You
yeah,
yeah.
know what
So
I'm
you
saying?
know,
It's been
cake
some
so
on.
dirty
yeah.
dishwater for a long time.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
but look at what you know. You know better. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going
yeah,
on. That's the seed right there. You
Yes,
know
sir.
yeah.
how much you gonna water that boy? How much you
How
know what I'm
much you
saying?
gonna water? Yeah.
It,
That's what it's
Practice
about.
makes perfect. Well, even if it's some the most retarded thing that you go through, but if you go through it enough, you'll know what to do and what not to do. It may
Oh yeah.
seem minimal, or
they say trial
retarded
and
at the
error.
time,
Yeah,
but You like trials and tribulations. That's all it is.
Yep.
That's
I don't
what it
even
is.
see. I don't take losses as L's. I take them as lessons because they turn into blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on,
You see what I'm saying?
hold on, boy. You stole that from me, boy.
I'm happy to use that.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Because
hey, I wrote that down. I swear I got that written. I got that. I swear I wrote. Hey, I heard. I swear I was doing some research.
yeah,
Hey, I swear that's it.
nah. I mean, but that's true. That's true
Oh,
in all of sense.
Money Bag Yo said that when in the
Oh, did
song
he?
that I had posted on my yeah, he said I'm gonna bring it back up whenever I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a boy he had said that shit show.
I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of knowledge in the songs. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of knowledge in the songs.
That's
I
why I
mean, you
say
know.
Mm-hmm.
some of them probably don't even really just. That's why I say it's because they in a certain way they kind of like promoting this thing, but they know better. They know what's going on, but they know
They
that
know,
they gotta do it this
yeah.
way just to make some money. That's because the whole industry and everything been teaching them that hey, that shit's gonna sell.
You
So
want
if
to
you
don't
keep
say it.
Struggle,
you keep doing that,
struggles,
you know what I'm saying?
struggle, heartache, and
So
pain
so
and killing
right,
cells.
right. So if I keep on
So
going, so if I keep on doing this, and I keep on rapping about this, you know what I'm saying? They love it. It's feeding my family, but that don't make me who I really am. Because a lot of them will
No,
really
no,
tell
no.
you
Because
that.
they're playing an image.
Yeah.
So when they get
devil's
on
So is that
advocate.
right?
stage,
Is that right or wrong?
That's a devil's
well,
advocate.
that's why I say you got to make sure your flock is taken care of by you as a person.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because there's gonna be some people
It's
out there
it,
that's gonna mislead them
it's a real
versus
thin line.
another
It's a
person.
real thin line. You know what I'm saying? What they say. You know what I mean? Like because like I mentioned, you know, either you in or you out.
Very thin.
Look,
You know what I
look,
mean?
man.
Hey, New York. How you
But
doing?
this is the only way I know how to feed my family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what God gave me. God gave me this natural talent to do this. You know what I'm saying? To put these words.
And a lot of them
So how
ain't.
am I wrong, or how can they think that I'm wrong, or I'm not really a man of
It's a
God?
job. It's a job.
You know what I mean?
Like Denzel can play The Equalizer, then
I'm
go
a,
play a lawyer in another movie. That's how they see it. But it's spirits in music. Like the other
thank you.
day, I was working out
It's
for an
different.
hour and 30 minutes. I played King Von the whole time. I said
It's
I'll
different.
never do that again because the
Different.
thoughts I was having while listening to this man while I was working out should never cross my mind.
It's
But it's them
different.
spirits in it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I even made a post about it. I said, note
But
to self, do not listen to King Von for an hour and 30 minutes.
What the devil
but
was the
yeah,
he is the king of music, the soul of music.
right. I heard
Yeah.
it.
You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
He
So
yeah.
it's like this. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Watch this right. I'm gonna challenge you. Just like you said you was in there doing what you was doing with that music. I tell you what, get in your car and turn on R&B and drive down the highway. Right? You're gonna be
Mhm.
singing, happy go lucky, this and that. Play you some gospel in between there. You gonna sing, you gonna do what you do. Then play you some throw on a little country. You gonna ride it on out. But the minute you put on some of that fuck the police,
Yeah.
you know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Just
yeah.
say,
You gonna feel
man,
the energy. You gonna feel the
say,
energy.
hey, I'm gonna tell you, the car gonna go to doing this, you gonna go to doing that,
You gonna lean back.
you gonna lean back and you gonna like your hat turned back, everything. Now watch this. Now watch
Music
this.
get louder.
Now out of all four of those song listings,
Yeah.
if the person pulled out in front of you while you listen to gospel, what are you gonna say?
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. I'm
If
sorry.
you listen to R&B, what are you gonna say?
Yeah.
If you listen to country, what you gonna say?
The
If you
energy.
listen to that rap, what you gonna
Yeah.
say?
It's up, nigga. You know what I'm
We
saying?
get gangster, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's up and it's stuck there. That
And
part.
it does bring the type of energy. Yeah, don't
I'm
get me
telling
wrong. It
you.
does.
So it's hard. That's why I tell people, music don't make people. Yes, music do. That's a lie,
It do open up doors, definitely.
man.
But look, I feel like what you it's the strength in you. Is you gonna make that decision? So that's like saying that'll go back to saying, okay, so you're saying I can't listen to this type of music because I'm a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Do you not think that I have enough power to just listen and not react on that? You know what I mean? It's
It's too
strong. It's
powerful.
strong. It's
Music is too
strong.
powerful. It's the next. Like I said, it's created by
Yeah.
Satan himself.
And then what you seeing around it, a lot of people promoting the girls, the women, they all it's
Everybody,
it's
because
everywhere. Yeah.
that's what the soul attaches to. That soul attached to music. You can. I'm gonna tell you what. I was watching the vid. I was scrolling through, and I seen the video. Now I knew this many years ago that this is what music do. But they had a little baby. I don't know if you've seen it, like a baby, like a newborn baby. And Whitney Houston was singing on the television, and she was singing, and you know that I will always love you, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the baby just started like crying, like, and the baby wasn't like wow, scared. The baby was
Nah,
just singing like
emotion.
this, just.
Oh yeah, I get that from my kids too.
I'm
Definitely.
telling you, that music is serious. It's serious.
It's like a bunch of it's like that's why I was saying it goes back like all right. So like if you walk into a church house, right, the type of energy that it has, and a lot of people will it's because what you feed your body is what you feed your mind. So if you know it's what you chasing.
Hey,
So
007.
if you personally want to change your life or want this specific thing in your life, you know, you'll be chasing it. You know, you get inside of a church house. As soon as you go in that church house and you seeing these people praise and you seeing a bunch of tears and stuff like that, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that vibe, the feeling off the muscle. Now, if you walk into the penitentiary, if you walk into the penitentiary doors, you see all these people with their chest out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, because they got promoted.
The
They
first
promoted.
feeling you gonna get is the vibe in there. You just gonna, you know, you
Yep.
gonna hold up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's basically how I see it. Like, so you know, whatever you feed, you know, whatever you feed your mind, your heart. You know what I mean? But like I say,
I,
personally, I listen to rap. I listen to rap a lot. This is how I grew up in the culture, bro. I'm really culture. You know,
yeah.
so but it still doesn't stop me because it's all I know. So it doesn't stop me from knowing who I am, knowing where I should be. And I know that my people ain't right. I know it ain't hey, what we promote, what we do, but it's just what it is. It's us. We can't it's just, you know, like I say, is you know, and I can't put that I can't just say that we don't believe, we don't got faith, that we don't got loving characteristics, that we don't care. It ain't that. It's just a way that we got. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, watch.
It's
Okay.
just,
Well, watch this right here. Watch this right here. When you walk in a chicken place, what is what do your senses smell? What do your body
I'm
your
talking,
stomach
I'm,
desire?
I'm talking about dog meat. I'm talking about hold on, chicken breast, thighs and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the same difference. When you go to the doctor and the doctor say, "Hey, you got to cut out all this cholesterol, this sugar, and things like that." That means you got to go start going to work. You got to start
Hey,
going to the celery
hey,
factory.
I like that. You know what I'm saying? And I
You
told
see
myself
what I'm
too,
saying?
you know, because
You still
like I
got to
said,
make a change somewhere. Somewhere
oh,
down the
still,
line, you got to make a change because it don't coincide together with this and that. You see what I'm saying?
But why would it take? Why would it take for that to happen for people to make different choices? Like, why would it take that much? Why would it take for somebody to have liver cancer or something wrong with their body to stop drinking or something?
Human nature. Just human nature. Just human nature. Because we all feel like we're invincible. You know what I'm saying? As we're coming up, we feel like, man, the world belongs to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they teach us. Go out and go for the stars. Don't nobody never say, hey, just stay back here and just be the little kid that you
I
are.
like that. Yeah, I like
Don't nobody say that. They say reach for the stars. So everybody's reaching for the stars at the same time.
right.
And if it take me taking you out to get to the star I need to get to, I've been taught to go reach for the stars.
Yeah. Damn.
Now watch this as a kid. Me as a kid.
Yeah.
I remember me telling my first lie as a kid. Can you remember your first lie? Probably not. Now
I had a
watch
girl.
this. Watch this right here. It's a knock on the door. This how people learn how to lie. It's a knock on the door. My brothers and sisters and cousins, everybody take off running. I'm the only one. I'm the stand up with a diaper on. Afro. I'm looking at the door, looking at the window. I see people looking at me. I'm looking back at my sisters and brothers. They all hiding, ducking, and doing what they doing. Me, they knock on the door. I open up the door. So when I open up the door, I look back. I heard something. I can't remember who it was, but they were saying, "We not here. Say we not here. We not here." So when I open up the door, I can't remember if it was Jehovah Witness people or not. That's just it was whoever it was that was asking for if my parents was home, if somebody was home older than me, and I looked back and I said no.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that didn't know I didn't know I was lying then. I thought I was doing the right thing, so I closed the door. Come back, everybody come out. They picking me up. Good job, way to go. Woo, way to go, boy. Yeah, come on, you want some soda? You want some Kool-Aid? You know what I'm saying? And now, me as a kid, I'm like, dang, I'm gonna get this for telling a lie?
Yeah.
Nigga, I've been lying ever since. Do you see what I'm saying?
Nah, for
We
real.
get taught certain things that we have no idea that's gonna carry on for the rest of our life.
Yep.
Just by doing something so simple. We was introduced to it. But that's what I'm saying about life. Life will give you some shit that if you don't know how to get rid of it or change your heart and things like that, you'll go through some horrible situations.
And that's how you would think that Kirk lived his life.
That's why I said I can't bash him.
Right.
I'm trying to understand where he come from, but it's hard for me to understand where he come from, even though he was born right up the street where I'm from.
Right.
But at the same time, he took a whole different avenue of multi-millions of dollars being in his pocket, in his bank account. So I don't know what that's like. I don't.
Yeah. You would imagine.
But that kind of money, that becomes your God.
Yeah. Exactly what
It
I'm
becomes
saying.
your God. And that's what he was saying the other night. Like I said, sitting there talking about it. What he's saying is, I've had all this money, but I still got troublesome times.
But that's like this. That's like, all right. So boom. Just imagine this. You know that turned him that way. All right. But as you, as as a man trying to work, provide for the family and stuff like that. What if that came to you? One day, boom. You done created a skill, boom. You done created a platform. Now just imagine it. You created a platform. Now you get millions of. Now you gonna super line. How much pressure is you gonna have on you? You know what I'm saying?
Well, to me, I don't think it'll be as much pressure on me now because, like I said,
older.
I've had some challenging times without the money.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Probably have
it's not like it's going to be a challenging time for me because I'm probably going to give half of the money away anyway. Because like I said, I know so many people that's in need to where it's only going to make sense. But when you at that young age and you get that kind of money, just like you see the NFL players and the NBA guys get all this money and you see them broke.
Mm-hmm. Or in jail for abusive.
Or in jail. You see what I'm saying? It's like, how did you end up here? You had 30 million. All I want is one. At one time. You had 30 of them? That's what I tell people. They talking about, man, if I can get me $50 million, I'm going to go invest in this. I ain't investing in nothing. But put my money in some CDs and in certain accounts. If I invest in it, ain't going to be toilet paper, tampons, and toothbrushes. No, seriously, because that's what
definitely.
That's the stuff people got to have.
Got to have.
Why am I going to go in and invest in a car wash or detail car? Really? But I'm just speaking me personally, because I've tried to run those things without no money. I don't know how successful it'll be with money. I don't know. But it's a lot of hard work in it. Then for me to go and put some money in the stock on this that I know they sell every day, all day. So but I'm just thankful to not have been rich. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to look at it from the bigger point and say, I'm glad I wasn't never rich.
I tell people every day I wouldn't know how to act with $1 million.
You don't know. You have no idea. I ain't got to worry about this light bill. None for the rest I ain't got to worry about my car note. I ain't got this house note. Man, that's gotta take a lot of stuff off the table to where your mind is so open to where all you can do is go get in trouble.
Yeah.
Because you can't focus on nothing else. Because you don't have to. But it's tough, man. Yeah. But listen, Prince the Barber.
Yes, sir.
See, it's 12 o'clock, baby. It's 12:01. And your boy got to hit it early, man. I ain't been blessed with that meal ticket yet. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, who y'all telling? I gotta get up. I gotta get up at 4.
Yeah, I like you with y'all boys, man. When I see y'all in motion, man, I definitely pop in.
Just drop in, man. Drop in.
Girl, she waiting on me too. She praying for daddy to get in bed already.
Sounds
even
good.
that, I mean, even not even on the live, if you got some questions or whatever, man,
definitely.
you know, just reach out to us.
That's a bit.
For the inbox or whatever.
Much love, brother.
All right, be safe.
All right, Romero.
See, I'll get at you tomorrow, but fam. Love y'all.
All right, fam. I hit you. I love you too, fam. Be safe. Yeah.
All right, peace. Thank you for joining the live, everyone. See y'all again. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, or maybe even next week. I don't know. I just do this on when I got time. So until I get that $1 million, hey, I'm gonna hit. I'll be in and out. Willie Brooks, 9455. Peace. Thank y'all for the love and all that, and we'll see y'all next go around. Good night. Good night. Good night.